Have you ever wondered why you can see your breath on a cold winter morning? It looks like you're breathing out clouds or steam. This amazing phenomenon happens because of some really cool science involving water, temperature, and the air around us. Today we're going to explore exactly why this happens and learn some fascinating facts about the water vapor in our breath. Every time you breathe out, you're not just releasing air from your lungs. Your breath contains water vapor that comes from the moisture in your lungs and mouth. This water vapor is normally completely invisible when the air around you is warm. Think of it like having tiny water droplets floating in your breath that you can't see. When conditions are just right, these invisible water droplets suddenly become visible as that cloudy puff we all recognize. The key to seeing your breath is the temperature difference between your warm breath and the cold air around you. Your body keeps your internal temperature at about 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, so your breath comes out warm. When this warm, moist air hits cold air that's much cooler, something amazing happens. The bigger the temperature difference, the more dramatic the cloud effect becomes. This is why you see your breath more clearly on really cold days than on just slightly cool days. What you're actually seeing is condensation happening right before your eyes. The warm water vapor in your breath suddenly cools down when it hits the cold air. As it cools, the water vapor condenses into tiny water droplets, just like how water forms on the outside of a cold glass on a hot day. These tiny droplets are so small they float in the air, creating that misty cloud effect. It's the same process that creates clouds in the sky, just happening right in front of your face. You might notice that your breath cloud doesn't stick around for very long. This happens because the tiny water droplets quickly spread out into the surrounding air. As they spread out, they warm up to match the temperature of the cold air around them. Once they reach the same temperature as the surrounding air, they evaporate back into invisible water vapor. The whole process usually takes just a few seconds, which is why the cloud appears and then vanishes so quickly. Humans aren't the only ones who create visible breath clouds in cold weather. You can see the same effect with dogs, cats, horses, and pretty much any warm-blooded animal. Dogs are especially easy to spot doing this when they're panting after running around in cold weather. Farm animals like cows and horses create really impressive breath clouds because they're so large and breathe out more air. This happens because all mammals have warm bodies and moist breath, just like humans do. You can do some cool experiments to see how this works in different situations. Try breathing out slowly versus quickly and notice how the size of the cloud changes. You can also try holding your breath for a few seconds before breathing out to see if it makes the cloud bigger. On really cold days, try breathing through your nose versus your mouth and see which creates a more visible cloud. These simple experiments help you understand how the amount of warm air and the way you breathe affects what you see. Understanding why we see our breath in cold weather helps us appreciate the amazing science that's happening all around us every day. The same principles that create your breath clouds also create morning fog, clouds in the sky, and steam from hot drinks. It's a perfect example of how something that seems magical actually has a simple scientific explanation. Next time you see your breath on a cold day, you'll know you're witnessing the amazing process of condensation in action. What's the coldest temperature you've ever seen your breath at, and did you notice anything special about how big or long-lasting the cloud was? Let us know in the comments section below.